Here's another video about Seattle. This one I'm going to call Seattle Neighborhoods for pretty obvious reasons. Also, if you're a fan of Seattle, by the way, and you like this, what I got going on here, this is, I think I bought this off Etsy right here, where it literally shows all of the different Seattle neighborhoods, as well as like their size and location, which is pretty cool. Some of these are like pretty small, like Portage Bay, but then there's also big ones like Ballard. And so I just thought I would address these neighborhoods and kind of like some common questions. Obviously people ask me, where is the more affordable part of Seattle? So I would say it's kind of the same way with a lot of major cities, but it's probably, it's definitely this way with Seattle. Obviously you have downtown. Downtown is going to be what I call ground zero. Everything within this like larger vicinity of downtown is going to be the more pricey, kind of like the northern circle of downtown. These are the pricier neighborhoods. These are along the water, like in Capitol Hill. Um, what is it? I was also going to say about sub-neighborhoods, right? In Capitol Hill, there's technically this spot I live in right here that's called Stevens. That's a sub-neighborhood. Up in Ballard, there's also like Loyal Heights. But I'm getting off topic. Those are sub-neighborhoods, yeah. As far as affordability, in Capitol Hill, it's, you're looking well over $1 million, especially over here by the waterfront. Some of these homes can be a bit more, like I've seen Leshy houses that go for at least about $3 million on average. Most are way over that. So if you want to get more affordable neighborhoods, you're going to have to go either north or south of the main city. Like I would recommend Lake City is one of the more affordable neighborhoods. I've seen a lot of really good deals around there. I've personally lived in Pinehurst, which I feel is like a perfect little like area for like, you're still barely within the city, but it's also like affordable and it's safe, it's nice, as well as Greenwood is pretty affordable. Finney Ridge is pretty nice, but it's also pretty close to Ballard and Green Lake, which are kind of more expensive. Ballard, it is one of the bigger ones, and you think it'd be more affordable, but honestly, Ballard is kind of pricey because there's lots of neighborhoods. The parking's a bit tight. It's just a well sought after neighborhood. Whereas kind of where you go over across the water to Magnolia, it sort of lets up a little bit. It's a little more affordable, but also kind of further away from some of the businesses. And you got Queen Anne right here, which is very big on townhomes and condos, but it's very well sought after because it's centrally located, and as well as the fact that you got downtown right here with Pike Place Market and Space Needle, and you're near South Lake Union where they do like the plane boat tours, and then you got Fremont right here that I know that's where Google is at. A lot of people work there. So obviously, they would want to live near where they work, which totally makes sense. It's something you definitely got to discuss with your broker that people tend to forget when they're talking about, where they want to live. They just think of budget most of the time, but there's many other factors that play into it. Or if you're like big on public transportation or big on like going to parks, you want to live by your family, your friends. Maybe you don't want to be in the city at all, and you want to live up here in like up here in Shoreline, or maybe across the water in Bellevue or Kirkland, Renton. Renton is actually the headquarters of Microsoft, so a lot of people want to live there, as well as Redmond also has. They're really big on bicycling around there. Yeah, either way, I'm getting off track. So also the other affordable area, if you're not looking to go north, could go south. If some really good affordable areas I'd seen that are fairly nice would be Beacon Hill, parts of Columbia City, Georgetown, where they have the only Costco in the city, and South Park, West Seattle, and Del Ridge. Rainier Beach is fairly affordable as well. It's also kind of like barely within the city because you're sort of bordering on Renton down here. I also have over here, these are a lot of the zip codes that I use to help narrow down people's searches for finding particular areas of Seattle, and helping them decide, where the lakes and waterfronts are as far as rivers, and, got Elliott Bay over here as well as Lake Washington. I think that pretty much kind of breaks down the Seattle neighborhoods. Obviously, there's a lot to cover, and it's hard to think of everything at the moment. I mean, there's also the U District over here, which has U Village, and you know, it's a pretty well sought after area too. But I've also seen some fairly affordable places around here as well. You know, um, it just depends on where you want to be and your price range, which, you know, can really help narrow down what you want to do. Hopefully this was a decent little overview of Seattle neighborhoods. At least you got a cool little scope of what it looks like. And if you have any questions or comments, I'd love to address them, and see you in the next video.